How's it going, y'all? It's me, your boy JRG, and I'm excited for y'all to be here with us tonight virtually for the Q4 2022 Geekdom Community Fund. Tonight, you're gonna see 5 pitches from 5 companies that are building their startups right here in San Antonio and here at Geekdom. Some of these companies have gone through our startup journey and have participated in our startup programs, and I'm really excited to see them pitch. Today, you're gonna see pitches from Zeus Card, The Dog Guide, Hydrotek, Hertizan, and MVP Vibe. And before we jump into the pitches, let's learn about these founders and find out what they're building and why they're doing it here in San Antonio.
Why I started here in San Antonio is because I'm born and raised from San Antonio, Texas. We see an opportunity for San Antonians, Texas in general, to really grow in their health and fitness and in their finances. We really love Geekdom. We've met so many amazing creatives and professionals that have helped Zeus grow and will continue to help us grow in the future. The impact that the $25,000, it was gonna be huge for us. It's gonna really help us continue to raise more funds for Zeus to really bring on engineers and launch our first product in mid-2023. And so this is gonna be big for us and will really be a major milestone for us moving forward.
I started my business here in San Antonio because I have lived here for a very long time. So it was a natural, obvious decision. I have a family here and it's a great place for dogs as well. As many of us know, San Antonio is growing rapidly and it's one of the fastest growing cities in America right now. And there's a lot going on here in tech and business, in the startup and entrepreneurial world. And so it's a perfect fit to grow alongside that growth, especially with dogs and everybody moving to San Antonio with their dogs for the first time. We're excited to show the world a little bit more about what's going on down here. We took part in the pre-accelerator program this past fall with Geekdom, and that was the first time that I'd really put our business into the startup framework. I started this on my own as a solopreneur, not even as a solopreneur. I was really just saying, there's this resource that's needed. I think I can create that. Let's see what the result is. So like many startups and solopreneurs, I've been bootstrapping this all along, and you can only get so far with that. The community fund will play a tremendous part in helping us grow to reach our goals and being in cities across the United States, and bringing the Geekdom name along with us is our biggest supporter. And it'll help us to expand to our next 3 cities over the next year and hire more San Antonio talent to make that all happen.
We started Hydrotek here in San Antonio, and we started it at Trinity University. It's where me and my co-founder, Tara Lujan, were going to school, and there was a lot of support in the entrepreneurship department for starting a business. That's where we got started, and we're here because we like it here. There's a ton of support. There's currently no reason to leave. There's been lots of support in capital, mentorship. There's tons of folks who are always willing to help. And really, Geekdom has been a massive contribution to why we're still here. We might have flown to Seattle by now or San Francisco if there wasn't a community like Geekdom that had mentorship, mentors who were willing to invest in us, a community that's actually willing to invest in us. We're pitching for $25,000. I think that's really great. We've done this several times now, and we're very excited at seeing the impact that has on the companies that are at Geekdom.
Well, I'm from San Antonio, and we have a lot of amazing artists here in San Antonio. And I thought it was important to create a platform for the artists to connect and for viewers to see these amazing artists.
If we are awarded the Geekdom Community Fund, that would allow us to hire talent from San Antonio to help us with our marketing, cybersecurity, our development. We'd like to implement some of our business models that we are focusing on for the first half of 2023. It would also allow us an opportunity to invite the creatives that are already a part of our community into the Geekdom community so they can also get access to a lot of the resources and help them grow their business as well.
Wow, super inspiring, love it. Some of these companies went through the pre-accelerator program, which is a program that helped them get to the point where they're pitching in front of the camera today, pitching in front of investors, and now we're gonna see those pitches. But before we do that, we're going to hear from my good friend Matthew Espinoza, the programs director here at Geekdom.
Thanks, John, for passing over. My name is Matthew Espinoza, Programs Director here at Geekdom, and excited to continue on with this Community Fund program that we offer at Geekdom. The Community Fund program is something we've been doing over the years to support startups that are looking for funding. The 5 finalists today will be pitching for the opportunity to receive a $25,000 safe note from Geekdom through this Community Fund pitch. And with that, I would love to talk a little bit about the judges of who took a look at these 5 finalists for today to decide this quarter's recipient winner. First, we have Ben. Ben is our new entrepreneur in residence here at Geekdom. We're excited to have him working closer with the programs team and the Geekdom staff. We have Iris with Startup San Antonio, and we have Elizabeth with White Cloud Media Group. And lastly, before we hear from this quarter's finalists, I'd love to give a quick shout out to the rest of the recipients from earlier quarters in this year. All right, and now's the time. Let's hear from our first company, Zeus Card.
Hi, my name is Zeke Torres, the founder and CEO of Zeus Card. This past Sunday, I ran the San Antonio Rock and Roll Marathon and saw thousands of people that cared about their health and fitness and were paying for it too. But what we also saw is that they weren't being financially rewarded for it. Banks don't financially reward you for being healthy. They reward you for eating out, for travel, and for driving your car. And so we set out to change that. We built Zeus Card to give you more points and rewards back on those health and fitness purchases. So what is the underlying magic here? Well, we really want to give you a credit card that gives you more points on those health and fitness purchases, but we also want to give you a tiered membership depending on your fitness level. So whether you're going to the gym once a week, 5 times a week, or whether you're training for your Ironman, we want to give you those rewards that matter to those companies and the brands that you're purchasing at. What we see in America is since COVID, more people are paying for their health and fitness. Currently, the average that an American pays per month on their health and fitness is $503. If we look at this globally, it's a $1.5 trillion market. And so we really want to tap into that, not only here in the United States, but eventually globally. We look at our competition, and it's slim, but it's definitely growing. Paceline tracks off of, kind of gives you rewards off of your wearable, and then Nest is really focused on mental health, wellness, and meditation. What we plan to do is build out our fitness brands with the brands that you love and trust currently. We also are working with our bank partnerships, and we're hoping in mid-2023 to launch a rewards app to where you can currently upload your debit card, credit card, or checking account and start getting rewards and points with our current brand partnerships. And then in 2024, in the beginning of January, release and launch our first credit card. Currently, we have 8,000 signups for Zeus Card, and these are some of the brand partnerships and companies we're looking to work with, and the list is only growing from there. We really plan to use these funds to raise more money to build out Zeus engineers and hire marketers and all of that, and we really want to launch, like I said, version 1 of our app mid-2023. We want to grow our brand partnerships. We also want to use the funds to get a Geekdom office space here, work with the community to help not only their finances grow, but also their fitness. Thank you for your time.
Hi y'all, I'm Amy Lynn Johnson, founder of The Dog Guide, the go-to resource for dog owners. We serve not only as the Angie's List for local dog businesses and services, but also as a connector for dog owners, helping them get offline and into their communities with their dogs. The Dog Guide began when I became a dog mom myself. I decided to surprise my kids with our first dog for Christmas one year, and soon after, I felt like I was rediscovering my hometown, San Antonio, from a completely new perspective. So I found myself facing the same problem that most new dog owners do. Where can I take my dog? Not all local places advertise whether they're dog friendly or not. And our competitors, Bring Fido and Sidewalk Dog, don't highlight those hidden gems that only a local knows. Not only that, but dog owners are tasked with finding all of these services for their dogs. And right now that search is a piecemeal process. Not only that, but dog owners are tasked with finding all of these services for their dogs. And right now that search is a piecemeal process. And this is a challenge not only for new dog owners, but also people moving with their dogs to new cities, like our rapidly growing San Antonio. This isn't a San Antonio only problem though. Across the United States, there are 69 million households that have dogs, and they're all searching for these services. Today, pet families are treating their dogs like family members, and they're spending $123.6 billion on their pets every year, and the pet industry is spending another $1 billion in advertising to reach them. That's where the Dog Guide comes in. I've worked in digital media and advertising for over 12 years now, including as a writer and editor for multiple national media companies. And today, the Dog Guide is the only hyperlocal media network dedicated to helping dog owners with paws on the ground in the cities that we serve. Since launching, we've gained the trust of over 21,000 followers across our platforms, and we're reaching over 42,000 dog owners every month. And this is all from primarily organic growth. Today, the Dog Guide is in San Antonio, our home base, and Bend, Oregon, our first licensee. And we aim to expand to 3 more cities over the next year, including Austin, Colorado Springs, and Portland, Oregon, all in the top 10 dog-friendly cities in the United States. Our ultimate goal is to be in cities across the U.S. serving dog owners everywhere. And we'd love to bring the Geekdom community along with us as we become a nationally recognized company. Our primary product is our network of websites, where readers can go and find everything they need to know about being a dog owner in their cities. We also engage with our audience on a daily basis across our social media channels, growing our audience there and converting them to readers. We also have our dog-friendly directories, where readers can go and search for new places to take their dogs, and businesses can submit and manage their listings for free with the option to upgrade. We also have our dog-friendly event calendars, where readers can go find dog-friendly events and businesses can submit their own. We also host a number of our own local events in both cities, including our downtown dog market at Legacy Park, where we get to engage in person with our audience and local businesses. Today, our business model is focused on 2 things. The first is licensing, which allows us to be a lean startup. We look for digitally savvy dog owners who want to bring the Dog Guide to their city. They pay us a one-time licensing fee. We give them a business in a box and then go on to share recurring advertising revenue. Our second focus is advertising. We work with brands who are eager to reach dog owners across our network through sponsored advertising campaigns. We also bring in revenue from passive display advertising and affiliate partnerships. Since rebranding and expanding last year, we brought in just over $27,000 in revenue from licensing and sponsorships with brands like the ones you see here, including some Geekdom members, and we're ready to grow. Over the next 3 years, we're projecting $2.2 million in revenue from licensing and sponsored advertising campaigns alone. Today, we're capturing just 4% of the current markets that we're in. As we expand to 22 cities, we'll increase that market potential to 1.9 million households, and that's still just a fraction of the total U.S. market. Today, the team helping to make all of this happen includes myself, founder and San Antonio site owner, some key local contractors, and an amazing team of San Antonio mentors. Today, I'm hoping that you'll see that Geekdom plus a Dog Guide could equal happy dogs everywhere. Being a part of the Pre-Accelerator program this past fall was an integral part of our growth this year, and it helped us to put our business in a startup framework for the first time. The Community Fund will directly enable us to make some key improvements to our product, expand to our next 3 cities over the next year, and hire more San Antonio talent to help make that all happen. Thank you so much for listening. I hope that you'll go follow us, and we're excited to continue our journey here at Geekdom.
Hi, my name's Zachary Taylor, and today I'm here to talk to you about Hydrotek, a hardware-enabled software company that helps people improve their hydration. Let's face it, most people don't drink enough water. Men and women both get less than half of the Mayo Clinic's recommended daily intake. And this causes serious problems, especially for those of us who are athletes or who have a serious health condition that require us to stay on top of our hydration. And really, staying on top of hydration is hard. Drinking enough water is hard, and knowing when enough is enough and what is enough. Tracking intake is tedious, and it's hard to quantify your progress, and the goals that you might be setting for yourself are not very personalized. It turns out there's no complete solution for this. There's manual and low-tech methods on the market that people tend to give up on as they take too much time to keep up with. And there's other solutions that rely on annoying methods like annoying reminders that are ignored or disabled, and other products like sweat patches that are single-use and kind of expensive. Our solution is a smart hydration platform that lets users track, manage, and improve their hydration all in one place. It's automated, backed by data science, and it's integrated with all the leading apps. Our product is focused on improving your hydration and daily well-being, and it starts with this: a smart water bottle with reliable and accurate hydration tracking with absolutely no compromises. This bottle does everything that you would expect a water bottle to do, and so much more. And the user manual is pretty simple. Just drink from it, and we'll take care of the rest. This bottle syncs to a smart hydration app on your phone, where you'll find your personalized hydration dashboard, where you can discover trends, get quick insights, and also see the bigger picture of how your hydration habits are affecting other areas of your life if you link your health apps. Our model is very simple. We sell this smart bottle direct to consumers for $79.99, which includes a free membership tier that has everything that you need to get started improving your hydration. And for those of us who would like to optimize our hydration and really see its impact on the rest of our life and improve our performance through hydration, we've got monthly and annual membership tiers. We're on track to launch our beta program in Q1 of next year with testers ready to go. More on the waitlist and partnerships in progress. Development is looking great. The hardware is ready. This is mine. This is my beta unit. I really love using it. There's more work to be done on the software, but that's on track to be finished by next year. There's a massive market opportunity here. We're going to start with athletes and then grow into a larger total addressable market of fitness wearables users in the United States. And that's just one of the industries that we can target here. There's tons of room to grow, and athletes, as our beachhead market, they spend a lot of money in this sector. They spend about $500 annually on related products. So we think that there's tons of market for us to move into with this product. There's no better time for Geekdom to make a community fund investment in Hydrotek. The launch of our beta program is our next fundable milestone, and $25,000 gets us there. Geekdom members are going to have the opportunity to be the very first to join our beta program before anyone else. And we're very excited to partner with this community that we've grown to love so much and help them improve their health through hydration. And we've got a fantastic team behind this product. It's not just me. From product to marketing to sales to tech, we have what it takes to get this done. And we all share a common goal: improving your hydration. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Carlos from Hertizan, where we're making road safety more accessible. So, car security has come a long way in the last decade. But the next stage in road safety won't come from cramming a bunch of new sensors and computers into one car, but actually from allowing them to communicate with one another and with the whole city around them. Both Europe and China have already made some advances in this area, and the US is not that far behind. Ford and Audi, one of the biggest manufacturers, already have their newest line of vehicles with the capability to communicate with one another. Audi is further empowering startups that give that same visibility to more vulnerable road users, such as bicycles and motorcycles. And other car manufacturers have already invested a good deal on research and development of this technology. However, they're waiting for the whole ecosystem to be a little bit more active. And that's precisely where we want to step in. We can't just leave the car manufacturers to build and then just latch onto that. We need to involve the community and give them the opportunity to have better ideas and bigger projects, just like what happened with IoT back in the day. However, as with IoT, hardware, as the name implies, is hard. Connected hardware is even harder. And if we want to include security in there to avoid some of the pitfalls of IoT, then the entrance is just way too hard for everyday startups or even medium manufacturers. We've been working with Hertizan for a little bit over a year now, and this same pain point, we find that we share it with a lot of people around the world. And we've managed to sign 14 different manufacturers to pilot our technology as soon as it's ready. And yes, we have been in talks with some of the car manufacturers as well to make this happen. So at Hertizan, we are enabling what we like to call the connected vehicle ecosystem. This not only includes cars, but every type of vehicle that moves around the city. Also infrastructure, networks, and even pedestrians. Now, all of the information that these actors generate is then taken to a data-first portal that allows a structured and accessible way to deal with that data, which in turn gives us a chance to enable people to make new services and apps based off on that actionable data. But first thing first, we first need to get people onto the CV2X platform. And for that, we are creating the Hex Relay. It is a fully integrated and certified system-on module that comes with its own set of SDKs and APIs to make development practically plug and play for electronics. And not only are we giving them the capability to connect to CV2X protocol, we also contain very strong encryption and post-quantum cryptography capabilities in that same board. So basically, every bit of data that it's created in that piece of hardware is encrypted and from the moment it's born. We're basically trying to create the Arduino for CV2X. Once all of that data is gathered, we can then take it to the cloud, where it's presented in a very easy to deal with manner. And we believe that this is the actual foundation for the connected vehicle ecosystem. Now, we are a pre-product, pre-revenue company. So our immediate concern is to run our tests and really tune what our hardware and our software offerings to make it as easy to integrate and as easy to deal with for as many customers as possible. And that will give us the heading that we need to actually figure out how the monetization works from there. Rodolfo and I have been working together for more than 10 years now. We've co-founded 3 different companies and have a successful exit on the hardware area under our belts. With Hertizan, we've managed to raise investment from Startup Wise Guys in Europe and from Generator, the cybersecurity program here in San Antonio. What we want to use the Geekdom Fund for, we basically want to establish a solid presence in San Antonio. We've seen what the startup community is like and how hungry it is to actually grow. So every networking event, every connection is very meaningful. And we really want to join both that ecosystem and help it grow by growing our own team with local talents. In the long run, what we want to do is make safer roads and a more pleasurable driving experience for everyone. And we believe that the first step to do that is to empower as many people as we can to actually join the CV2X ecosystem and grow it from there. We hope the community also sees it that way, and we'd be delighted to have everyone join into making this project a reality. Thank you.
Hello, everyone. My name is Eddie Bankston.
And I'm Amanda Bankston.
And we are the co-founders of MVP Vibe. Real quick, I want you to think about your favorite artist and what it was like to discover that artist. Well, we're going to make it easier for you to find your next favorite artist. A little bit about myself. I am an artist. In the late 90s, I put out music. I also had my own record label. We would go city to city just to let people know who we were, and we sold CDs from the back of our trunk. 9/11 happened. I went to serve my country, came back, and we had social media. Social media changed the landscape of music everywhere. What I found was artists that was on social media had the same issues that we had back in the late 90s, which was getting exposure and monetizing. You see, they were having issues getting exposure because they just didn't have the resources. they were having issue monetizing because they didn't have the followers or the views to monetize on their own art form. And that's not right. Well, we have an answer for that.
So we have a niche social media platform that's currently available for download in the market today for musicians, vocalists, poets, DJs, creatives, and fans. Artists are able to be discovered based on their location, their genre, and user preference. Artists are also able to receive tips through our tipping function as small as $1, but it is uncapped. Artists are also able to create a live lounge streaming experience that holds up to 250 people in a room at a time. So here's a little bit about our competitors. We have Riff, Airtime, and Fanbase. Twitch is there as a reference because we're similar to Twitch, but for independent artists. Some of the things that set us apart from our competitors is that we are artist focused. And on those platforms that are not artist focused, there's a lot of clutter and a lot of posts and content. It makes it difficult for artists to continue to get their content out and grow their fan base. Another unique feature is our import capabilities. Artists are able to import from YouTube, Vimeo, and SoundCloud. This allows them to get credit back at the original source and continue to monetize as well. So inside of our platform today, we currently have a little over 60% of our users that are Gen Z. So we are targeting the Gen Z market. There's in the US 68.6 million Gen Zers. We want to obtain 5% of that at 3.4 million. So there's 4 main ways we plan on monetizing. So the first one would be our sponsorships that we're going to be launching in January of 2023. Companies are able to sponsor our virtual concerts, as well as our artist interviews and live lounge shows. We'll also be launching in the first half of the year our ads. So companies will be able to purchase ads that will be available and seen in our activity feed. So another thing will be our merchandise. So artists will be able to sell merchandise through the platform, and we will be receiving a percentage of all merchandise sales through the site. And another thing will be our premium subscriptions. Artists will be able to get access to additional benefits like selling merchandise and also being able to charge an entry fee into their live lounges. So here's a few company highlights. We currently have a little over 11,000 users inside of the platform, and we are retaining a little over 70% of those. And per session, users are averaging a little under 5 minutes inside of our platform, which is double the amount of time of current social sites today. We also have conducted over 75 artist interviews, and we've successfully completed 5 Vibe sessions, which is our live streaming shows.
Well, you know me. I represent the starving artist. I have 20 years industry experience, Air Force veteran, and graphic designer.
And I'm the CMO. I have over 16 years of sales and marketing experience. I've been leading teams for a little over 9 years, and I also have my MBA in marketing. So thank you again for your time. Please download the MVP Vibe app today. Create your vibe because your vibe attracts your tribe.
Well, there it is. You just saw 5 awesome pitches from 5 companies building their businesses here in San Antonio and here at Geekdom. I hope you enjoyed it as much as I did. Well, I just want to say it's been a great year, 2022. We've seen tons of companies starting off, tons of companies growing through our programs, and it's just really cool to wrap it all up with this Q4 Community Fund. And I hope you had an amazing time hanging out and seeing these great companies and great pitches. Now, I know some of you out there watching this have been thinking about checking out Geekdom, have been thinking about that startup idea, and you've probably been thinking about it for years. Well, now's the time. I want you to come down to Geekdom, get a tour, or even just give us a call. Go to our website, check us out on we call it social media, and follow us. But come down to Geekdom and let's get started today. Next year, we have big plans. We have 2 incubators running next year. We have 2 pre-accelerators running next year, and it's gonna be awesome. We also have a startup boot camp that we'll be running throughout the whole year, and that's a great way to just get your feet wet, get your foot in the door, and see if starting a company is right for you. Come do it here at Geekdom, and I'll see you soon. Now, I'm gonna pass it over to Matthew Espinoza so he can wrap up tonight and tell you who's gonna be receiving the $25,000 Safe Note investment from Geekdom. Take it away, Matty.
Thanks, John. Great job to all the finalists. Those are some amazing companies being built here in San Antonio, and we're excited about working with all of them, both in this program and some of the other programs they're already actively involved in. And now's the big time. It's time to announce this quarter's recipient. If I could get a little bit of a virtual drum roll. And the Q4 2022 Community Fund recipient is
Hydrotek.
Wow, amazing. Congratulations to this quarter's recipient and to all the finalists. These are 5 great companies that have the potential to do some big things going forward. And want to thank the Geekdom staff and judges for this quarter. And that's a wrap on this quarter's Community Fund. Hope you have a great winter break and excited to continue supporting startups in 2023.
Be helpful. We give more than we take.
The power of 2. Let's collaborate to reach our goal.
We before me and put the community first.
Strong opinions loosely held. Respect everyone's point of view.
Make our members famous. Celebrate each other's successes.